Hey everybody. Dang it, I'm 10 minutes late today. I'm so sorry. Hey Cheryl, Helen, Plant Piggies, Betsy, Miss Milky the Clown. I don't know how y'all get y'all's names, but I love them. I swear I do. Hey Opal. Hey everybody. So I apologize for being a little late, but I was making a thumbnail and I stumbled across something, okay? And I don't know why I feel the need to say this, but I feel the need to say it, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I came across something on the Reddit. I don't know if it's true. I'm not presenting it as being true. I am just gonna share with you all what I stumbled across, right? Make your own opinion of it, use your own judgment. Hey, it could be totally made up, but it could be right on point. I don't know. I'm just going to present to y'all like what I saw and what I read. Maybe y'all can, yeah, y'all tell me if you think it's true. Because I'm telling you, I've been asking something for a little while now about Lauren. And I know I had asked before, does Lauren drink? Is she, do substances, anything like that, right? So, Lauren, if you happen to run across this little live stream, I know you like to punch down and everything, but I'm not. Hey, I didn't write this, okay? I'm just presenting it to the community. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, presenting it to the community. Oh, and you know what? So I guess apparently on the Reddit, oh, I don't know, like years back, John, the doc, I was Dr. Babe and Lauren, they did an AMA, basically ask me anything, right? And in that AMA, I was kind of reading through it a little bit today, but I noticed that I guess John had compared Lauren to a Venus flytrap. So I don't even know if the thumbnail is showing yet or not, but when and if it does, I kind of, yeah, I had AI to do like a Venus flytrap with Lauren's face on it and like flies buzzing around because I can kind of see that now. Um, yeah. So I guess let's get started. I wish y'all could show y'all my cup. Uh, my friend Holly sent me a Barbie cup, and I've been so jealous because Sissy's got all kinds of them now from Holly, but now I got one and I feel special. Oh, Cheryl, you lost me? I hope not. I hope not. I hope you didn't lose me. All right, so hang on. Let me pull up YouTube comments and let me pull let me pull up Rumble comments, yeah, because I can kind of okay, there you are, Cheryl. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm on this one laptop. It always cuts out a little bit, but I've been having issues with the other one too so much that it's just yeah. What are you gonna do, right? What are you gonna do? Oh, and my freezer went out. And not only did my freezer go out, my refrigerator that is attached to the freezer is going out. So yeah, lucky me. Yeah, I've been having to go next door to get ice because I got to have ice in my coffee. I cannot drink like m- room temperature iced coffee. I just can't do it. Hey Kim, how are you, sweetheart? All right, so let me go ahead and pull this up. Yeah, because she ain't gonna like this. Let me just tell you right now, she's not gonna like it. But it's out there, and I want to share it with y'all. Hey, KW, welcome. Okay, so let me share my screen here. And like I said, please, I am not claiming any of this to be true. I am just, I'm giving you all what is out there. What is it? Rotten Mango always says, netizens. Yeah, I'm just providing like netizens' opinions, right? And showing you what's out there. You make up your own mind. All right, so Boise Insider. LM didn't leave journalism. So that got my attention. I'm like, wait a minute, maybe I need to click on this and see what this is about, right? Okay, I'm going to make, and this was, let's see, I'm going to make some very educated statements and guesstimates about Laura Matthias. I knew her. She was part of the circles in Boise, Idaho, in which she was attempting to infiltrate her way into. She has a significant addiction to rugs with a D and self image. Now, again, I'm not saying this, you guys, okay? This was written. I did not say it. So I will immediately agree with the self image part, and kind of agree with. I better not. I better not. Don't say it, Charlotte. Don't say it. Oh, Kim, thank you, sweetheart, for the tip. Thank you. And let me see. Okay, thank you, Helen. You guys, my channel's not monetized. Yeah, it's not. Uh, so I do pin my pay apps. It's never expected, always appreciated. So I just feel the need to explain myself at the beginning of every live stream why I have my pay apps pinned. But that's why. And thank you, Kim, for the tip. I greatly appreciate it. I'm pretty sure she has drunk a lot, especially the last month. Yeah, see, I have opinions about that too. I remember seeing all the margaritas on her dinner table. I've said from the beginning she's been slurring her speech and it's from alcohol. Yeah, I'm agreeing with y'all. I'm agreeing with you. Okay, so in which she was attempting to infiltrate her way into, she has a significant addiction to rugs with a D and self image. This spiraling behavior is also a high indicator that she is likely betraying John or their family unit on some level and is about to be found out. This is a problem I've personally witnessed with Lauren. Okay, now this is me talking here, right? I do wonder about that, and I've said something about that too. It's almost like she's afraid, in my opinion, right? She's afraid that some of these text messages that where she's had correspondence with others, I'm just wondering, is there anything about John in those messages? Because it would make sense. I mean, if everything is true as to what, rumored to be out there that she called Tylee Ryan the B word, all that stuff, then it does make you wonder, right? She was and remains the consummate mean girl that she was 20 plus years ago. She's learned nothing of professionalism. She remains immature and self absorbed, a meme worthy personality if there ever was one. She doesn't remember me, but I knew her 20 plus years ago in Boise, Idaho, when she was trying to jumpstart a career in TV journalism. And she was run out of town because she was constantly inserting, enmeshing, and integrating herself into every news story she covered. Now, this is just me talking, but I could see that, especially the way that she was with Lori and Chad's victims. I could definitely see that. I mean, I'm just saying, there's something out there, y'all, that she wants to shut everybody down for. I mean, it's not normal to send everyone that speaks on you cease and desist letters. It's just not. That's not normal. It's not normal to have a detective from major crimes sending out, involved in your stalking case. That stalking that wasn't stalking. Yeah, that's not normal. Okay, where did I leave off? Okay, integrating herself into every news story she covered. She kept getting counseled for it. They just finally fired her. Because what you all are seeing, watching her do now is exactly what she was doing 20 plus years ago. And making everything about her and then crying and carrying on as if she was a victim. She's incredibly self absorbed and continues to clout chase and spin every story. Take sides when she should remain neutral in storytelling and continually demonstrates the self serving mean girl she is. She pits victims against victims. I'm beginning to believe that this woman knows Lauren, y'all. Just saying. The fact she compared herself to Charles and Tylee is absolutely sickening and gross. She will never change. Beware. Yeah, it's what the text messages will reveal because someone doesn't take exactly. Exactly, Blue. Like she blew up her own channel, her own brand. It has to be something more than, I don't know, saying mean things about the victims. I mean, I think that's a big part of it, but I also think that that's probably just the beginning of what she's afraid of coming out. Hey, plant lady. I was wondering because usually the news reporters stay for many, many years on the job. True. Got a good point. Okay, so then down here it says she was run out of the newsroom and she's still doing the same thing 20 years later. A comment popped up that stopped me in my tracks. Someone who says they knew Lauren Matthias back in Boise before the YouTube era and described the exact same behavior patterns we're seeing today. According to this person, Lauren Matthias wasn't a journalist who moved on. She was literally run out of multiple newsrooms for inserting herself into stories, making everything about her, and creating so much chaos. She kept getting counseled until they finally fired her. What's wild is the commenter says this isn't new. It's been 20 plus years of the same cycle, clout chasing, victim playing, turning every situation into content about her. Yeah, I agree. Even to the point to where she's shutting down victims' families. Like I know I keep talking about that every single stream, but it's because I can't get over it. I can't wrap my head around it. How are you going to make a living off of this family's pain, their worst nightmares, right? The worst thing that's probably ever going to happen to them has happened to them. And yet it's just content for you, Lauren, but it's their life. And then you're going to go and shut them down, take them to court over copyright infringement. What the hell's wrong with you, lady? One detail that stood out to me, they mentioned a history of substance use, spiraling behavior, saying it was a pattern they personally witnessed. It made me think back to the 4 hour We Respond video where John appeared to have what looked like possible leakage on camera. I'm not saying what it was. I'm not a doctor, but it raised questions for a lot of people who saw it. Has anyone else heard similar things from people who knew them in Boise or early career settings? Any former coworkers or locals who can confirm or deny the patterns described? I would love to know that. Hey, Crime Time Grime, I like your name. I can't believe a psychologist would marry Lauren Matthias. Plant Piggy says, well, see, I look at it like this. I can't believe that Lauren Matthias would marry a John, right? He can't seem to form his own opinion without taking it from a book. But I guess there's somebody out there for everybody, they say. I don't know. All right, wait a minute. I'm not making accusations, just trying to understand the bigger picture behind what multiple people seem to reference from that time period. So let's go to the comments on that, right? The leakage that was talked about. Look, I got a dirty mind, I guess, because when I read the word leakage, something else popped in my brain. I don't think that's what they meant. Because somebody says, what the hell do you mean, John's leakage? Leakage is accidentally betraying an emotion or information you're trying to hide with your body language and other nonverbal behaviors. And Duper's Delight. and also leakage. Just accidentally on purpose showing a different emotion in one's face that seems contrary to what person is actually saying, telling on themselves, kind of. So that would make more sense, right? Let's see. Having just finished reading Lauren's book, it's so validating to see this because this was my sense. Even as Lauren Matthias was trying to create a more favorable narrative, I wonder if the origin of this insider scoop is someone who shares an unfortunate name with the antagonist in Beowulf. Who would do that to a newborn? If you follow it to PWR, find the comment, check out that channel. It's a lady from the neighborhood where the firefighters were ambushed in Idaho. She seems legit. Pretty ballsy comment about Lauren's drug use, past work issues with her, with over involvement with subjects and patterns of spiral. It speaks to Lauren Matthias's content that she produced there in Boise, including one child who was transitioning. Lauren Matthias seemed over involved with that family. Yeah. So then I guess people were kind of, you know, going back and looking at some of the stuff that Lauren had claimed or said, right? She claims she started her journalism career around 2008 to 2010 in Pocatello, not Boise. Rough timeline in her Mormon Stories episode. 2006, graduated from U of U, moved briefly to New York. Dad is arrested. She returns to Boise, gets a job at a nonprofit. 2008 to 2010ish, starts volunteering at NBC affiliate in Pocatello, giving a featured position after about, I guess, FT position. I don't know what that means. After about 7 months, driving to SLC many weekends to date, meets guy who will become the first husband who pressures her to quit. She volunteers for a layoff and moves back to SLC. 2012ish, they get married. He goes to Harvard. She follows, but the relationship collapses pretty quickly. 2014, she gets her job offer in Boise. So if y'all watch that Mormon Stories with Lauren Matthias, right, the timeline and stuff, in one of those two episodes, she mentioned about her first husband that he got mad at her for crying. I could definitely see why. I've seen a clip of her covering that child talking to their parents of the young child that was transitioning. Hey, love my grands. Hey, Calissa, Sadie. These psychologists, a lot of them have issues them. Oh, absolutely agree, Blue. Absolutely agree with that. I do. Oh, thank you, Betsy, for the tips, sweetheart. Thank you so, so much. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Now, I noticed too that people seem to be turning on Kresha. And I really don't understand why. But we will go over that in a minute. Did you guys see all the hidden true crime Reddit? The post from a former newscast? Yes. Yes, I just read it, Calissa. Yeah, I just read it. That's what this post was right here. Yeah, see, I scrolled back up. The Boise Insider about that Lauren didn't leave journalism and that allegedly she has an addiction to rugs with a D and self-image. And I say it that way because of YouTube, even though I'm not monetized, I don't want to give YouTube a reason to take no. All right, so let's see. Let's go down through the comments. All right, what is this? In 2016, she and John married. She visited all 50 United States and 18 countries. She put together a documentary in Thailand, has been scuba diving in Belize, and has lived in both Australia and Israel, where she studied religion. And when did all that happen? All right, hang on. So they've got a Medium article by Lauren? Oh, I haven't read this yet. Do y'all want to? Hey y'all, let's catch up here on some Miss Matthias stuff. So here's a clip let's see, Lauren R. Johnson, reporter, anchor. Here, let me share this so y'all can see it. And then I want to go back and talk about the Kresha stuff a little bit because I'm so confused about that. Like, regardless, what Lauren did to Kresha is disgusting. And I hope that people don't get upset with Kresha about a different issue and then all of a sudden start defending Lauren, if that makes sense. Okay, so here we are. This is the link that they put in the Reddit to a Medium article. Lauren R. Johnson, reporter, anchor. So let's see. Dang it, I know I shared it. Is it not showing it? I got to remember there's like a 7-second. I do too, Plant. I do too. All right, so I guess first, let's watch this little clip here. I guess this is Lauren. Looking at the site preview, Lauren Johnson, resume reel, June 2015.
We also have environmentalist groups out there hoping to create national parks, saying that they hope that President Obama realizes what a great
Holy
state the
hell.
Gem State is. Roland and Michelle, the body was found right over here and recovered right behind that wood plank there that you see. The Ada County Coroner's Office is working on discovering the cause of death. We still don't know who this person is, but here's what we do know.
So how much is too much? Every day at work, I call, email, and text the people I'm interviewing. Then I use GPS to get from place to place.
Y'all, like, honest to God, it don't even look like the same person. It's the same voice, but it does not look like the same person.
When I'm there, I'm taking pictures with my phone, and then I'm tweeting them back to Idaho on your side and Facebooking. If I didn't have my phone at work, I might really... Oh, hello? Oh, hey there.
I'm that reporter standing outside right now recommending that everyone stay inside. It took me an hour to get from Nampa to Boise. The roads are really bad. Here I am at Kid Fort.
You can even play on some of these ice sculptures. And this one is actually a functioning bar. Oh, that's cold.
Then when 10 a.m. hits, you'll see this sign right.
Yeah, one of the first things I noticed in this clip here is the nose. She had to have had plastic surgery changes. It does, Betsy. Like, it does. And look, I'm not judging nobody, to each their own, right? But I do think some people tend to take it to extremes. Hey, Ruth Ann. Hey, Jerry. She was pretty, I know.
Here, but I'm going to make sure to take a break right now and give this a try.
We've learned that President Obama is coming only a day after giving the State of the Union address.
This is the truck that the suspect was in when it rolled. Idaho State Police showed on your side video taken of the dash cam when truck rolled. Now the suspect actually gets out after the truck rolls and takes off on foot.
This is actually the very spot the Boise Police Department believe the suspects fired multiple shots into homes in this neighborhood. The bullets went as far as going through the back.
You can kind of see like the progress, I guess, over time, of the looks. Like I can start to see how she's morphing into the Lauren she is now. Yeah, like Laura, she was pretty. She was. I mean, to each their own, but I don't think she needed any work.
Door right there through the kitchen. The woman who lives in that home tells us that it shattered a salsa bottle on her kitchen table where she had just finished eating dinner. And then the suspects sped off.
I shouldn't be judged by what's between my legs.
DW says she always felt different.
When people called me he, I would insist that I was a she.
Her father, Tim, saw the same things.
Every time I turned around, another Barbie doll would show up. I don't even know where they kept coming from.
That wouldn't seem so odd to a dad, except that Tim thought he was raising a son, a little boy.
Embarrassed, kept it to myself, never told anybody for the longest time. Getting mad and throwing every Barbie I could find on the barbecue grill, lighting them up.
Oh,
Enough
man.
of this Barbie stuff. Let's go get some baseball. I thought maybe I could do more. Maybe I was not involved enough in the life. I thought it was my fault.
It wasn't just Tim who fought what he thought was just a phase. Growing up in a small Idaho town, when DW tried to grow her hair out and wear girl clothes, she was bullied.
They would beat me up. They would call me a faggot. They were brutal towards me. They told me that I wasn't allowed to wear my girls' clothes. I went home to my mom and I cried. I wouldn't eat. For days, I was just devastated.
Some told DW that she was simply gay.
It would be gay for me to like girls because I am a girl.
DW wouldn't.
That little girl can do her eyeshadow better than I can do mine. I like the eyeliner, the way she did that. I like that. I know. Prime time, I'm telling you. Like, I can't. In my opinion, there was absolutely nothing wrong with Lauren's looks, right? But now I can't look at her. I don't want to be mean because y'all know, like the ones that know me, I don't like to go after people's looks. I don't like to go after anything that people can't change. Because look, my granddaughter, she thought I had black eyes the other day. My circles under my eyes are so dark. But I can't look at her without thinking of the melting face. Like I almost compare it to a Barbie doll. If you really look at a Barbie doll's face, the way that it looks, kind of the plastic, that's what it reminds me of now.
And couldn't give up, determined to be who she knew she was, a girl living in a boy's body.
I remember the first time when I was at a babysitter's house and everyone was playing dress up and I wore a dress. I remember twirling around in it, and I remember playing with my hair a little bit and wearing these really pretty toy high heels. I felt so at peace, and I finally didn't feel confused.
And last year something happened. Her father had a change of heart.
I love you.
I love you. I researched stuff, found out about the suicide rate among transgender children is just up there. It's just really super high. And it's generally because of
Excited utterance. I absolutely agree with you. I do. She says there's more things to criticize than her. But yeah, I do. I agree with you. I was just pointing out that, like, I don't like criticizing people for their looks because that's generally something you can't change. But just, I guess with Lauren's, her look is just so drastically different than what it was back then that it's hard not to get hung up on it sometimes. But anyway, you guys, please go check out Excited Utterance.
their parents and mostly their fathers, people like me, and I had to change.
I'm 100%, biological boy, but I have the brain of a girl, so I think like a girl.
You almost have to have a funeral for your son and like a new birth of a daughter.
Yeah, okay.
The family moved to Boise, the city, to get DW away from the bullies and start fresh, registering her for the first time as a girl in her 6th grade class.
I don't have a son anymore, I have a daughter.
I don't think, there's anything about me that's a boy by what everybody else says is a boy.
As DW prepares for junior high, she seems to have a strength and a determination unusual for a child her age.
Oh, I agree with you, girl. Yeah. I don't try to silence people who criticize her about anything. Yeah, I kind of look at it this way, right? Like the appearance is kind of like the low-hanging fruit.
You will most likely have lots of bullying. People will judge you and treat you wrong. I know, it sounds scary. But look, I know it sounds easier said than done, but if you just smile through it and love yourself, you will make it through the tough times.
Laura,
Her
right?
father worries knowing what DW's experienced and the unknown ahead, but the determination of his little girl helps him know they can move forward together.
I'm past the point where D-Dub is transgender. She's my daughter, and she's an amazing daughter. Lots of changes to go through.
I know.
Lots of fears, lots of joys.
I'm not scared at all. I'm not scared. I'm not scared at all.
I'm not scared of us. I'm scared of the other people out there that don't understand.
I am not scared about
She's a
the
pretty
people that don't
girl.
understand. Because I'm doing this so they will understand. And if they don't understand, and they're not listening.
Yes, they are actually trying to recover the body right now. Take a look here. A lot
Okay, now right here, she's starting to look more like the Lauren of present day a little bit, you know?
going on right now. Boise police are here, and the Ada County coroner also just showed up. They're trying to figure out, working with Boise police to try to figure out the cause of death for this body. Right now, police are here on the scene. We're near Rose Hill and Shoshone. Police say a passerby saw what appeared to be a body submerged in the canal. Police dispatcher tells us officers have asked for help from the fire department and even a dive team. Again, you can see right now that we do have people trying to recover the body at this moment, and we'll continue to bring you the very latest and the 6 o'clock. Back to you, Don Michelle. Don and Michelle, the body was just recovered. I'm near the corner of Rose Hill and Shoshone Street, and I'm actually here right now with Greg.
Thank you so much, Excited Utterance. I've watched your stuff on here, like everybody, and thank you, Burke, for posting Excited Utterance's link because I kind of, I don't know, I've been around for a while, but I'm kind of the belief that like I love to support people that have kind of the same mindset as I do about certain things.
Curtis, he's with the Nampa and Meridian Water Irrigation District, and he actually received a call yesterday. Tell us what happened yesterday.
So yesterday we received a call from the Boise Police Department explaining that there could possibly be a missing persons that last was located along the Reidenbach Canal upstream from here.
And then
Yeah, she
what
does
happened
seem good at her
today,
job.
as you heard this information.
So I asked our staff to take a little extra time out on their routes and look and see if they see anything that doesn't look right. And unfortunately this afternoon, while one of our staff was doing his afternoon run, he reported some tennis shoes below the surface of the water.
And then you were out here, the Ada County Coroner's Office was out here, dive team was out here, and they did recover.
Winky says, first time on your channel. Does anyone know why Lauren Matthias is not a news reporter or mainstream TV anymore? Well, there's two guesses out there, right? According to Lauren, she's moved on. According to a post on Reddit, which you have to consider the source, right? It's a Reddit post. Lauren inserted herself into every news story and then kind of like what she does now, inserts herself, and then if something goes wrong, plays the victim. Yeah. If you can't change it in less than 5 minutes, you don't make it a joke. Yeah, allegedly.
A body of a person.
In my opinion, allegedly. According to a post.
That's exactly what happened.
And anything else you can tell us right now? I'm sure this is not something that you wanted to be doing today.
This is always the last thing any of us wants to encounter in one of our canals.
Yeah.
We work around them every day. We pull a lot of items from the canal, a lot of debris, but the last thing we ever want to see is a body. And unfortunately, that appears to what happened today.
Thank you, Greg, for the information. We'll continue bringing those updates to you. Back to both of you in the studio. Don Michelle.
Lauren Johnson, reporter, anchor. So let's see what this article says, this Medium article. All right, let me... Okay. So this is Lauren R. Johnson, reporter, anchor. The date, July 7th, 2015. Lauren Johnson is a television reporter currently working in Boise, Idaho, with both the local ABC and Fox affiliates. She has 4 years' experience finding, writing, shooting, and editing stories for local broadcast. She also has experience producing and anchoring. She has a degree in journalism from the University of Utah and has taken journalism classes at Harvard University. Lauren has a love for people, and her current new director, Grendel Levy, shares Lauren excels in getting powerful interviews because of her empathy and understanding. Lauren has a knack for developing relationships with sources, making them feel comfortable, and then ending up with an exclusive interview. Well, yeah, I mean, I absolutely agree with that part. She does have a knack for developing relationships with sources, making them feel comfortable, and then ending up with an interview. And then, if you believe what word on the YouTube streets is, then she talks about them behind their back in text messages, allegedly, in my opinion. But yeah, she has great contacts that only feel comfortable talking to her. She also says Lauren is a great writer, and I very rarely have to edit her work. She is at her best live in the field and is effective at breaking news, communicating events effectively. She exercises strong news judgment and advancing, researching, and continuing interesting stories. Lauren loves being with friends, writing, and eating delicious food. Brunch? Yes, please. What the is this an audition? I mean, for a date or I don't know. Yes, please. She also loves to travel. She's visited all 50 United States and 18 countries. Damn, girl, you get around, don't you? She put together a documentary in Thailand, has been scuba diving in Belize, has lived in both Australia and Israel, where she studied religion. Lauren says she loves reporting because everyone has a story to share, and she wants to help bring these stories to the world. Except when they want to speak out about you, huh? Yeah, KW, she left TV because she was fired from every job, allegedly. Yes. Yeah, Lauren wrote that for whomever needed a write up. Yeah, it's almost like some of these dating profiles. That's crazy. Yeah, Lauren loves being with friends, writing, and eating delicious food. Her interests are um, overweight know it alls that own a lot of books and loves reading the entire book to her every day. I've only been to third. Luke, she got you beat. What can I say? She's got you beat. Damn it, she's been to 18 or 18. Oh my goodness, y'all. This is crazy. Okay, so like I said, that was 2015. All right, let me exit out of that. And let's go back. I want to go back to the Reddit because I want to find that about Kresha. Um, okay, right here. Here's what I was talking about, you guys. Hang on. And like I said, I just hope that people don't turn on Kresha and start supporting Lauren. I know that Lauren has plenty of support. I don't know why, but she does. But let's take a look at what I was talking about here. More BS from Kresha. So once again, someone thought it's okay to use hours and hours of viewers' time to spew their nonsense and pitch their agenda. Totally disrespectful towards the audience. The 7-hour live had zero to do with the title and with the description. Nothing has been announced, was actually been discussed. Kresha misused the fact she finally had a big audience to ramble about her conspiracies, basically whatever she wanted. And sadly, instead of showing what a POS Lauren is, she basically proved Lauren's words true because is highly incoherent. And look, let me just say something really quick, right? It's not easy, okay? When look, I've been there, yet not on this channel, but on another one. But I've been there. Some of y'all already know. Um, it's uncomfortable to go from 100 people in chat to 2,000 in chat while you're doing a live stream. Um, that takes a little while to get used to. So just because people's expectations weren't met I wish that, they wouldn't go down the bash Kresha routes so quickly. I'll put it that way. I mean, if you watch her for a while and don't like her, cool, right? But I don't like the way this is lining up. Anyway, people need to stop telling Kresha they love her and are proud of her. Why? Why? I am proud of Kresha. It takes a lot to get shut down by somebody bigger like Lauren's channel, right? She copyright struck her, and then now the copyright infringement thing. That would have turned a lot of people off, and they would have been like, "Ah, to hell with this. You can have it. I'm out. I'm done." Because this has led us here. She feels encouraged in her thoughts and conclusions, which are not to be encouraged. Her appearance on Turtle Boy's channel was very similar. She immediately started with the cult talk. Well, I mean, yeah, she starts with the cult talk because the name of her channel is Difficult. CULT research. Only when he was there to cut her off, people have given her the wrong idea that we are interested in this and that we find it believable. She probably thinks all she needs to do is help us see the truth. She keeps saying how open minded she is. Well, she can open up her mind to the fact we do not care about her conspiracies and do not believe them. And then, oh, there's a whole thing, Michelle. Like, yeah, there is a whole. Let me read some of these comments, okay? I've always had a hard time watching her stuff. She doesn't take a lot of Mormon content, so she's made connections before on the Vallow case. But with conspiracies, people force connections. It's confirmation bias and looking for a way to connect separate ideas to make something fit. I had a hard time when she was accusing people of making certain hand signals and how Dr. John also makes them. And it's not research or evidence based. I stopped watching, but I wish her the best. I hope she understands the weight of her words and effect of accusations and conspiracy theories. I was wondering if everyone was thinking this but not saying it. I think there's a lot going on with Kresha. From bits and pieces, she has said there were other family struggles before all of this. Well, I mean, that's kind of common in a lot of families, right? I don't know what her conspiracies are, Winky. I don't know. I don't know. I do think there's some neurodivergence going on because I don't think she realizes she didn't actually say the thought out loud half the time, hence why it's so confusing. There actually is truth to some of the things she brings up, like Tim Ballard, Glenn Beck, making money schemes, and second anointing, but you can't just throw things like that out there. You have to lay out the evidence. Mormon stories have some videos where they do that. Even the weirdest conspiracy theories are right sometimes, even paranoid people are right sometimes, but she seems to take her theories to some pretty extreme degrees pretty often, and judging by the comments, not everyone sees an issue with this, not at all. And then, I mean, there's more, right? To be honest, I get secondhand embarrassment every time she goes off on major tangents with the conspiracy stuff. She doesn't check in with chat for any feedback, and there doesn't seem to be organization. I feel for her, and I've tried very hard to stick with her live streams, but it's impossible. I tuned in to find out about the copyright lawsuit and other updates, and related to that, not the hours and hours on deep state conspiracies. I wish she'd separate the topics and try to stay true to the title. Also, edited to correct a spelling error. Okay, and I will say this, right? When people, when you do put up a title, right? People will read you to filth if they think you've clickbaited them. I don't think Kresha is out here purposely clickbaiting anybody. I don't. Sounds like someone in the church thinking outside the box is not being a conspiracy theorist. That's my opinion. Hey, and you're entitled to it. Me too. I mean, sometimes, sometimes things don't add up and, they're not always put in a pretty little box with a bow. All right, let's see. Yes, I was hoping someone would do a recap. I just can't listen to her. I do agree that I noticed yesterday it was all about conspiracies and not factual. I have a lot of sympathy for Kresha, but I do think it's important to remember that conspiracy theories aren't just harmless. Um, One only needs to look at the people who have lost loved ones to QAnon rabbit holes or the ways conspiracy theories have negatively affected the fabric of U.S. politics. There's an excellent book by Jocelyn Cook called The Quiet Damage. Let's see, I actually listened to the audiobook of that. Okay. I have so much sympathy for Kresha and her family, have tried to listen to her lives too. She really goes into strange areas, has accused people of allegedly doing things when she isn't providing any proof too many times. I hope she doesn't get sued someday for some of those accusations. I hate to add this, but I too can fall asleep easily to her soft voice. So as you can see, like, people aren't happy with her. But again, you have to think, like, if you were Kresha, okay, and you've been shit on by Lauren Matthias, and basically at that time, I think, there weren't a lot of people, nobody was speaking out about Lauren until, Lauren dumped this Christina shit in everybody's laps. And then, people's like, well, yeah, here's my experience with her. Well, of course, all this is gonna be new to her, and she's got a whole lot more people watching now, because of this stuff with Lauren, and people are going to expect her, to just drag Lauren, I guess, but that's their expectations, you know? Unless Kresha titles something, "I'm dragging Lauren Matthias," then she doesn't have to just to make you happy. Just saying. But who are the ones that aren't happy with Kresha? It almost sounds like it's members of the faith. Could be. Very well could be. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, absolutely, moderator. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of times I talk about more than one topic. A lot of times. But I'm not gonna like I've never been known for clickbait. I hate clickbait. I'm never gonna be like, oh, special guest interview with Lauren Matthias victim, and say I get a bunch of people in my chat, and then I don't even talk about Lauren Matthias or something. Now that I would call that clickbait, but I haven't seen Kresha do that. All right, let's see. I came in and out of the live. I didn't see her really discussing anything new about Lauren. She did replay what Kay said on the video that was taken down. She talked about Lauren emailing Lori Daybell. Nothing new was divulged as far as I know. I was a bit disappointed. Just for the record, I wasn't taking a dig at Kresha's intelligence. Modern psychology hasn't actually found much correlation between intelligence and conspiratorial thinking, but her reasoning doesn't sound healthy at all. And I also don't think it's healthy to just validate it out of a general feeling of support. And then somebody says, Kresha's a very nice person. She's gone through things that no one should have to go through, including this BS with Lauren. And I agree with that. My issue is that Kresha thinks people don't interview her because they're part of the conspiracy and don't want it exposed. But the truth is, she's hard to follow. She has difficulty organizing and communicating her thoughts. That doesn't make for a very good interview. Give her time, like give her time. When there's a lot of new eyes on you and you're not used to it, like give her time. She'll get there. She will get there. All right, let's see. I feel duped by her channel all the time because her titles sound super interesting, but I can only make it through 15-20 minutes of her really disjointed ramblings before I nope out. I also wish Kresha, who we all love, discussions would be kept separate. The LM copyright strike and other offenses related directly at Hidden True Crime, YouTube, and the family, and the conspiracies are timestamp. I do think that would help. And hey, that's hard to do. Timestamping. I I've always said I was going to do that or attempt to do it, and I had. Well, my mods have attempted to do it at certain times, but I always gave up. But she's not. Absolutely, Kalisa, absolutely. Crush is not required to live up to your preconceived ideas about what you expect. Yeah, absolutely agree. But yeah, I mean, just this whole thread, is people not happy with Crusher. The whole thread. And I'm only like halfway through here. And then Purple Beginning says, if you're new to the Crusher universe, welcome. I understand how you might feel duped by her content versus her descriptions, but please know she has always been like this. It's not part of a nefarious bait and switch to lure viewers in with hidden true crime drama and then indoctrinate them with conspiracy theories. In my humble opinion, she has no ill will, and the fact that she doesn't change based on the audience size is a signal that she's still not doing this for clout. She has always been this way. And I do think I agree with that. I agree. It's messy, but not in the calculated and malicious way that Lauren's 9-hour live is. If you're Mormon, Catholic, Masonic, a Girl Scout, a member of AARP, part of the 4-H Club, or part of any organized anything, she's going to aggravate you. But the beauty is you don't have to watch her videos. I fall into some of the categories she hates on, but I don't get my G-string and a knot over it. I fall asleep during her lives, and my Apple Watch says I get great sleep listening to her ramble, so I'm good. So they just point out, like, for what it's worth, Kresha has no media training. Yeah, she's not out here purporting to be a world-renowned investigative journalist, She's not. I like Kresha. I do. I feel terrible for her. And she has every right to talk about whatever the hell she wants to talk about on her channel, And I do think that people see this is going on and they hope that she will speak more on Lauren. And then they get upset when that doesn't happen. But I don't think she ever promised to. But anyway, let me show y'all something. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Somebody did this thing that shows Lauren and John and then Kresha and Kay. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, hang on. Let me play this clip of Turtle Boy first. This is from the TikTok. I can't imagine going through what Kresha and Kay and Larry and all of her family have been through. I can't imagine. I can't. You know, I wouldn't even be fit to even get on a channel and speak. And then to have like the whole world watching, and I can't imagine. Okay, so this right here is Turtle Boy.
Andrew D. Snuts. This is award-winning investigative journalist Aiden Turtleboy Carney. You may call me Fridge Daddy if you'd like. I will allow that. I'm a First Amendment advocate, and I recently became aware of a letter that your law firm wrote to some guy who sent screenshots of Lauren Matthias's messages in which she's being extra cunty, apparently, because you represent a righteous, don't you, there, Lauren Matthias? And so you sent a letter to him saying he can't send screenshots anymore. What law school did you go to, sir?
Right.
I mean, is that what they're teaching at BYU? Seriously, bro, you can't send screenshots. You have to cease and desist with the screenshots. Is that a joke? You're fucking around, right? How much did she pay you to write this joke of a letter? Did you tell them that this was actually something that was illegal? And and I know that obviously this is a joke. Whatever, just money be green, right? Is that what you did? Are you willing to sell your soul to? Because you're declaring war on the First Amendment, my dude. Do you understand that? You can't tell people that they can't send screenshots. Why don't you just tell Lauren True Crime, right, to just stop being or you can't control the internet. You got to have the conversation with her eventually. Stop it. If you didn't say those nasty victims in text messages, right, then people wouldn't have screenshots to share. And if they do share them, oh, well, just don't be in the future. You know, and I know that people have a right to screenshot and send it, especially when she's the one that sent it in the first place. Give me a call back when you get this. I'd love to have you on my show sometime. Maybe we could talk about this and the First Amendment implications. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and give me a call back when you get this. Bye. See.
Wow. Okay. All right, hang on here, you guys. Let me pull this up because I found the link. Just a second. And I found another channel called Dripping Trash Bag. I kind of want to play that video. Kay Woodcock speaks on Laura Matthias. It's probably one that I've already played, but I wouldn't mind playing it. Now, this right here is what I was talking about. This is 18 seconds. All right, hang on. And this is on Kyle D0987 on YouTube. So give me just a second. I hear my uncle in there. Hang on. Okay. Laura Matthias, backstabber, y'all. $ Laura Matthias profited from reporting on cases involving the deaths of this woman's grandson and brother. Laura Matthias is a backstabber.
And Law and Crime decided that they deserved to have cameras in the courtroom. Well, I am explaining.
Wow. Yeah. Isn't that something? Like, oh, man. Yeah. Did she, I guess her and John both just really did not get that's how they make their money. That's how they pay their bills, is by going into courtrooms, reporting on things much worse than stalking. Yeah. But that's okay, right? That's okay, Lauren. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay, so hang on. Let me share this channel because I want to watch this. Kay Woodcock speaks on Laura Matthias. And like I said, I've probably already played, the clip, but it's on Dripping Trash Bag's channel. And let's see what it is here. After Crush's Live last night, I was set on making an edit of just Kay's thoughts. I was looking for an intro to the video to use.
Everyone, we are so excited to be with our gems today from all over the world. I even see there's someone here from Iceland, and with our dear friends, Larry and Kay Woodcock. Thank you for doing this. You guys are doing an array of interviews. You are emotionally preparing for this sentencing on Monday of Lori Vallow Daybell, and it means a lot to us that you'd spend some time with us today. We will be live streaming, everyone, the sentencing of Lori Vallow Daybell tomorrow morning. And you can find that in the description of this video. And then after this video, it will be redirected to another premiere that we will all watch together. I've been spending some time in Rexburg and making sense of a lot. I always say I'm a visual person. I went out to Rexburg. I learned a lot. It helped me. But let's get to Kay and Larry Woodcock right now. It is a big day tomorrow. It is a big week. It's something you guys have been waiting for 4 years. I'm going to actually hand this over to John now. Dr. John, my better half, has so many questions for y'all, and I'm gonna let him ask away.
Hi, y'all. Hey, John.
Thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate it. The last time I was with you guys was when you were interviewing me, so we're gonna turn the tables a little bit today. Thank you. Just in getting to know you guys, which has been a real pleasure. I know this has been a really long, difficult journey for you guys. I think my first question would be, how do you think this entire process has affected you guys?
John, this is something that has been life-changing. I guess the the way it affects me the most, that I look back and we really have spent a great deal of time looking back at our lives with JJ and what he meant to us, and what this has meant to the world. It's utterly amazing. Um, I think the thing that I've come away with from this the most is never take anything for granted, because as great as it is as fast as it can change. Tell your loved ones you love them. Show that. Tell your friends that you love them, and just just be a good person. Do the right thing, and we we miss JJ so much, and it's coming to an end, but
It won't. It'll never end
yeah.
for us, and the pain will always be there.
I'm going to share the link to this channel really quick while we're watching this. It's the name of the channel is Dripping Trash Bag. I'm kind of watching, like I can hear the pain in Kay and Larry's voices, but I'm sitting there kind of laser focused in on Dr. Babe, as Lauren calls him, and Lauren. Like, I just wonder, when they knew when they did this interview, like, what are they seeing? Dollar signs? Because it does make you wonder.
I can't imagine it not ever being there. It's been so prevalent in every
Here's the
minute
link,
of our
y'all, right
lives for
here.
the last 4 years. So I don't know. I don't know that we'll get past this, but it'll always be a very sore spot. Always.
Well, they took a big portion of our heart, our soul, and
Right, Crime?
we're
I'd like to know
trying
that.
our hardest to live past this, and
Hmm.
we are succeeding. But sometimes it's so difficult that it's unimaginable what they've taken.
Yeah.
Not from just Kay and I, but our families, our friends, and, and the world that has just found a place in their heart to share the love for children, and to protect them and to love them, and just be good people. And it's been hard, John. You know that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank
Hmm.
you for sharing that. Right. I know
Mhm.
we've been fortunate to be a part of this journey with you guys for a big chunk of it. And
Yeah, you made a ton of money, didn't you, John? I can't imagine the bills you must have paid off from that money. But yet, when Kay decides, she wants to speak out, when her daughter, Cresha, decides to speak out, oh no, 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 no. Y'all like to say their time's up, right? Mm-mm. Let's shut them down, Jims. Let's shut them down. Makes me sick.
we know how emotional it's been and how difficult. So I do want to thank you, though, both of you guys, for giving the victims a voice and for fighting for justice as hard as anyone else has, more than anyone else has in this case. And it's really made a difference.
Well, without the support that we have from Dr. John, you, and from Lauren, and just all of our friends, I don't know how people would go through this. It, it's hard, John. That's all I can say. And we have to live with it every day. And we have to live without JJ every day. And thank God we've got the little banks of the world that can somewhat take their place. Thank
Agree,
God we've
Frenchie.
got the little banks of the world that can somewhat take their place.
Lauren and John's son.
Unfortunately, my healing needs your fall.
Man. Oh, wow. Look at there. Look at there. Baby Banks hiking with dad at Snow Canyon. Baby Banks meets the real baby shark. So Baby Banks is Lauren and John's son. Or at least, that's what they're referring to him by, I guess, Baby Banks, right? I agree, Michelle. And not one of those dollars went to victims either. We all watched it happen. I feel very remorseful. Thousands of us watched this whole case. I'm now embarrassed. Burke, me too. I'm embarrassed that I ever called out like Hidden True Crime. Like, hey, y'all should go subscribe to Hidden True Crime. She just did a great interview, with the dentist's mistress, the one that poisoned, his wife. Like, yeah, y'all go watch it. Go support Hidden True Crime. Hell to the no. I'm so disappointed in myself for that. Oh, hey, Kresha. Most of this, I know. Difficult research, no. It's nothing that you were doing wrong at all. That's what happens when you get a lot of new eyes on you at one time. They set expectations of you that you don't even know about. So you absolutely are not obligated to meet their expectations. I can't imagine, what you've gone through. And it's just, don't let stuff like that get you down, please. Please don't. Because you'll never be able to please everybody.
Every scar learned is the price.
I personally find it particularly disturbing the degree of manipulation used against Larry and Kay. And in sharing Kay's experience, I wanted to make sure I pointed out precisely why Kay would be so upset about it.
But I didn't go on Cresh's channel very often because I couldn't understand what she was talking about. She was head down into her research.
Yeah.
And she would talk to me about it, and I'd be like, what? I'm like, Cresha, please, honey, I just can't take on any more information right now. I said, someday I'll be able to catch
I
up
get
with all
it.
this, and I just can't right now. And okay, Mom, okay. And so anyway, we did all the talk shows and all that mess. And all this time, we kept the spotlight on JJ and Tylee and Charles and Tammy and on Brandon. And somehow, and I don't know when it happened, but where did JJ and Tylee and Charles and Tammy go and Brandon go in Lauren's videos and on her channel?
Fair question.
At what point is she using my name, using pictures of us,
Mm-hmm.
and saying, "Oh, we're great friends with the Woodcocks," when she's trying to prove that she's got a good reputation? When I don't understand it. I don't understand what she's trying to prove.
None of us do.
But all I know is anytime I put on one of these videos, that the 9-hour one I happened to stumble on one night, and I listened to 20 or 30 minutes of it, maybe.
Bless
and
you.
then I'm like, oh, this is just crap. I'm not listening to this. It was her crying about her being stalked.
Yeah.
And I do know about the stalking. I do know a lot more than I let on. And Lauren wasn't stalked. She was doing it.
In your opinion,
In my opinion, she had a lot to do with it herself. in June of this year, we had a conversation, Lauren and I, and I said, yeah, I hear you trash talked us. I said, but you know what? I'm turning my head. But Lauren, I'm telling you right now, you need to keep your head down, keep your mouth shut, and work on your channel and work and be with your family.
And she should have taken Kay's advice. She should have. Like, none of this would have happened. It's all self-inflicted.
Family and leave this alone. It will blow over.
Yeah. Huh.
And I was very sure she understood what I said. And she obviously did not, because then it got even bigger. And then I've learned that her stalker, and I'm not going to use names, but the stalker that she claimed was stalking her
Yeah.
hadn't even posted a video on
No.
TikTok since September. And then just things that were
Well, it's like this too, right? CrimeCon. Lauren knew well in advance that Christina was going to be there, but yet she still decided to go. Now, if she had truly been afraid of Christina, there is no way in hell she would have went knowing that her stalker, if it was a real stalker, was going to be there. You don't do that, folks. Like, you just don't do that. And I agree, Michelle Crusher, you know how people are, and the people saying things, they are not your people. Absolutely agree. You cannot please everybody. Don't even try, because you can't. The ones that like you for what you do and who you are, they will stick around, and other people will find you. It's just the way the internet works. Don't, Crusher, please don't ever like think badly of yourself, just because people, their expectations weren't met. You didn't set those expectations, they did.
not a part of all this. It's like puzzle pieces just got getting put together, and I'm like, here, you are a damn fool, okay? You have been used. You have been exploited. And
Yeah.
I've never liked that word. And for a long time, I didn't feel that way. I felt like we were getting our story out. We were making Charles and JJ and uh, Tylee. We were bringing life to them because we could talk about them. And Colby talking about Tylee more than we did. That was his sister. And I
Yeah.
mean, Colby's the biggest loser in all of this. He is,
Yeah.
my God, I can't imagine being in Colby's shoes.
His mother, his
But I
brother,
am
his sister,
so incredibly proud of him
stepfather.
because he has landed in a good place. He's still got a ways to go. We all still have a ways to go, but he is headed in a very good direction, and he's doing so good. And I can't express how proud I am of him. But anyway, in the meantime, here we are. Just Lawrence having a 9-hour meltdown on TV, where she was able to air videos and do commercials, and that just seems set up. That just seems
The wildest thing was to me was, first of all, that it took 9 hours for Lauren, right? And then what, a 4 or 5 hour we respond video. But after all of those many hours of listening to their evidence or exhibits, I still didn't find any stalking there, and neither did a lot of people.
very scripted, um, very disingenuous. Um, I don't know.
Convenient. Convenient.
Convenient. Okay, thank you. And again, I didn't know till 2 days after that 9-hour live that it was 9 hours, and I was like,
Yeah.
what? What do you
Yeah.
mean? Nine as in NINE hours? I couldn't believe it. Janine told me. And I'm
Yeah.
like, Janine, Did you sit there? You really listened
I
for
did.
9
I
hours?
did. I did. Oh,
And she said, "Well, yeah." And I was like, "Girl, you're a good woman, I can tell you, because there's nobody I don't think I could listen to for 9 hours."
but
And
I learned a lot. Like I was interacting with chat. I was getting out my own feelings, and how it looked because I wasn't really paying attention. I never really do. I never absorb things immediately.
I
Whenever I
know
get off
I'm this.
here, I gotta go and process everything still.
You get
It's
it
just
from me.
yeah, it sucks. It's the fog brain, but it's not immediate, and that's why I don't react immediately. I'm not a knee jerker anymore.
That's
I used
good
to be,
though.
but
That's a good
um,
trait.
I I just remember like in my feelings because that's what she was targeting, and she succeeded in my opinion, in
Yeah.
my case, like in my experience, and I let her, and I was trying at that time to just let bygones be bygones because 6 years.
In my opinion, like Lauren saw she could not manipulate Kresha. And in my opinion, that's why, she didn't have much to do with her as far as like trying to interview her the way she did with Larry and Kay. I think it's just because she knew she couldn't manipulate her.
It's been 6 damn years, and obviously I'm the only one with a effing problem. I mean, I know there's others, and I knew that, but they were all gone. It was just like, okay, well, I mean, it must be me. Maybe I'm just finding some flaw in her, and I've already forgotten a lot of the things that happened in 2021, when
Exactly, me
her and
too.
Lori Hellis, but I do
Yes,
have a human
yes.
receipt for that sitting backstage too. And for, when it's time for that. And
Me too.
she's the other side of the story, and it's
Yeah.
Awen Reese, and she's here.
Like, how do you go in, right, as a reporter, a journalist? You get, I don't want to say like in bed, with victims and family members of victims, but you get close to them. And then you start like pitting them against one another. Do you know how messed up that is? It is time for healing now. I agree.
And I'm
Thank you,
glad
Gentry.
because
Oh,
there's
okay.
there's three sides to every story, not just because there's three people
Absolutely.
that were involved
Right.
in that, or that I'll be mainly focused on, but there's three sides to every story, period. There's his
There's
side,
yours.
her side, and then the truth,
Truth. Yeah.
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
Yes.
know?
Larry says
And I
that
know
all the
people can be
time.
biased, but some people can be just downright in denial.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe. And I mean, I don't even try to pretend to worship anybody. No human, I'm just like, I don't
Yeah.
worship
Right.
anybody.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
No.
appreciate their
Shouldn't.
work and what they contributed, whatever it is, however we run and cross paths. But I never am like,
All
oh
of us
my
have
God,
faults.
I just can't let go of this person.
Mm-hmm.
Like that
Mm-hmm.
is freaking me out all over the web and all over the world. I mean, it happens all the time. Politicians and
Hmm.
celebrities, and I'm just like, what are you doing? What's going on here? I prefer
Mm-hmm.
truth and reality versus uh, I can't even freaking delusion. There you go. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm gonna give it back to you, and you're doing great. I mean, I'm glad.
Well, I mean, look, I love Lauren.
Christmas treat.
I mean, but I'm very hurt by her. I think
I
she
bet
needs to be humbled.
she does.
Um, she needs to back up, and she needs to do just what I told her to do back in June. Let this crap blow over. Quit bringing it up. She made it bigger
She
herself.
did. She blew her own
It
channel up,
wasn't the stalker that did it,
ruined her own
and I don't. She
reputation.
wasn't really being stalked. An ugly text or whatever on TikTok or whatever, that's not being stalked.
No,
You want to
it's
know what's
not.
being stalked? People sending you shit saying you need to pay Donna Serafina $20,000 because she solved the case. That's
Hey,
being
oh
smart.
yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, and I got
Forgot
plenty
about
of
that one.
those. Oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
remember that.
I. Oh yeah, and then yeah, and by the way, if anybody knows Donna Serafina, no, we did not.
I would love to know more about that. I remember back when before they had ever found JJ and Tylee, right before they had ever discovered them. Donna Serafina, she had done this reading on YouTube. I remember that, and I remember what she said in the reading. But then, like when they finally found JJ and Tylee, the remains, I mean, like it seemed like the whole internet was on fire. Donna Serafino, she's real. She said it. Yeah. Um, I would love to know more about that, but I don't know. Maybe I guess I'll do that on my time, right?
I pay her $20,000 because law enforcement said they don't even know who she was. They didn't. They don't know what. Don't be there
That's
paying
not
anybody any
how
money.
it's not how the legal system works. That's not how our judicial system works. It's
Well,
not by. I mean, I appreciate her. I appreciate what she did, but I also
Yes.
despise what she did because she caused stress.
Yeah.
She
I love
caused
this
a lot of stress
comment.
and
Sad.
and putting out on her, just going out on some channel. I forget who it was. Anyway, and there were like 50,000 people watching. It was New Year's or New Year's Day or something
Gosh.
like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, look at this crap she's saying about me.
Threatening
That's
to release our
crazy.
personal phone
Oh my
calls.
Listen,
God.
her dog died.
Is that
Her
still up
pills
on her
weren't picked for
channel?
3 or 4 months because she was working all on this case. And I'm like, well,
Well,
that's
that
not our
ain't,
fault.
it's not. That's not
That
their
was
fault.
her that chose to do what she did, and her dog obviously got sick. I'm sorry about that, but it's not my fault.
No.
It's not our fault.
That's
I
insane.
only know to go by what law enforcement was telling me, and
Sure.
if she has a problem with that, then she needs to bring it up to law enforcement.
Yeah.
I'll give her $20,000 if they back up what they said, what she said.
Right. It was already put up.
But no,
And it was
I'm not the
was
victim
it a
here.
it was a certain amount, right? That the police advised you to put up, right?
Right.
A
Well,
lot
they
of people
didn't. Okay.
have
They
misunderstandings about that.
said, I said, I asked the FBI, I said, I don't know how much to put up. I have no clue. I'm like, how much do y'all put up? And they said, we cannot advise you on this, but what we can say is we put up $20,000 normally. And I said, okay, then that'll work for me.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
They didn't advise me, but I heard that $20,000 number and it sounded good to me because I didn't know.
Makes sense.
I've never done that before. I've never put up a reward for anything before.
Yeah.
Much less
Right.
2 kids.
Yeah.
So all this was a first. All this is a first. This is a first what I'm doing right now. All this is a first. I've never been a victim like this before. I was thrown into
Dealing with evil.
Hello, Allie. How are you?
Poor thing.
I see her. That Allie, she waited on Larry and I in Boise at Ruth's Chris there downtown. She waited on us all the time. No, that's
I've
not
done this.
Allie. Okay, never mind. I'm confused. Anyway, that's Natalie Stewart. We're cousins. Anyhow,
Oh my God. I'm like, what?
I'm sorry.
I'm
I
muted.
saw it
So, no, I'm muted. So
I saw it on the screen, and I went off totally. So sorry.
that's okay.
But I mean, I had never done that before. I've never done any of this before. I've never been thrust in the spotlight before, ever. I've always been one who is fine to be in a room and be the wallpaper.
Same, girl.
That's me.
Same.
Larry's the one who's
Not
the
a
one
people
in the
person.
center of the room talking to everybody. Okay, that's Larry. I'm the one up the wallpaper, and we're thrown into all this, and it's sink or swim, people.
Yeah.
And we had a message to get out, and that was to help us find JJ and Tylee. And all the while, I'm dealing with the death of my big brother, my brother, whom I was very close to.
And I never even had time. And then we were selling our company at that time. And that was a 6 month
Hmm.
ordeal. And I mean, it was like, holy
And
shit, how much can a person take?
oh, don't ask that question. That's a
I
rhetorical
know,
question. That's,
no, I
that's
don't
like the
ever ask
universe is
that.
like, here you go.
And
But y'all were
never say
broke,
you're
right?
bored.
Y'all
We
were
were,
broke and bums, right? Before a million
oh
dollar house,
God,
right?
no, we
I
were
asked for
far
this on
from it,
purpose.
and we were doing
Exactly.
just fine. So whenever we buy a new car, we have our own money, and
Exactly.
everybody
For
thinks,
whatever
oh, if
reason.
they're just pissing it off because they can. No, I don't piss money off. I don't. It's against my
She
DNA.
don't. She don't.
So
Mom's very
anyway,
frugal.
but
Very
I mean,
frugal.
we've been accused of many things, and it's like whatever. You know what? I don't even know you, and what you think of me doesn't even matter because I just don't care. I can't care what everybody thinks.
No.
But I've had to really grow thick skin. I've had to
Lauren
live
could
six
learn from
years of
her.
pure hell, and not go. I remember when this started, when they found the kids, and then talking to the prosecutor about all that, and how long is this going to take? And well, um, it can be 5 plus years. And I'm like, 5 years? No way.
Right.
Oh no, ours isn't going to take that long. No.
Hmm.
Well, it did,
Took longer.
but we lived through it, and
And a lot.
it was hell, and it was a you just get like after Lori's trial in Boise, you start getting your okay. It took 3 months normally after Lori's trial before I felt human again. It just totally just I can't tell you how it just wipes you out emotionally, physically. You're just
I
I
can't even
just did what I
imagine.
had to do. I went through the motions of life
Yeah.
because I had to. I had to do certain things. And
Oh,
um,
thank you.
then Chad's trial started coming, and that was in March or April of 24. And so 2 months before his trial, I started feeling, oh, it's coming. And now I've got all these worries and where are we staying and what are we doing? And thank God we had a place that we stayed in again, the same place we stayed at for Lori's trial. And it was a very good deal for uh, for what we could do without renting a whole apartment for 6 months or
Oh,
something.
I'm
But
sure.
anyway,
Yeah.
um, it's just the trial lasts 6 weeks, but the effects before and after each trial, that would be probably about 6 months of my life, going from getting ready for the trial, a couple of months, then the actual trial, and then testifying, and then
And to have the world pick
that
apart,
was,
you know?
oh my God, I've never been one to want spotlight on me at all. I've never been in front of a court.
Mm. Right. Let's read
Your
this too.
ending is
Okay.
the sea.
Lauren Johnson Matthias. Some things I feel I've learned. People don't like change. We want to believe in the path we're on and convince ourselves it's right for us. It's stable, solid ground. Because in order to change, we have to give up the idea of what we thought we once wanted. I, I can't even look at this woman the same way anymore.
Of what I want.
My identity as a journalist has been deeply ingrained in a path I've been focused on for more than a decade. It's going to be hard, but I want to create a new story for myself, be independent, believe in me, write my own story. Most importantly, be with my family more. Well, you didn't believe that one, Lauren. But anyway, um, be with my family more. I'm excited, scared, lucky to be married to a psychologist, a good one. He probably would say, the more determined we are to believe there is only one path for us, the more likely we are to never. And then it cuts off. Oh God, I don't want to read all this. Good God, I'm not reading all that. Journalism is hard. Journalism is hard. And side note, it's not fake news. It's grueling, dedicated work to bring our public the facts, and it's not for the faint of heart. But right now, my family and others need a piece of my heart too. So I must acknowledge a different path is waiting. Here's to hoping it's a good one and doesn't include wearing so much makeup. Less anxiety, fewer deadlines will also be welcomed. But oh, how I'll miss it all. Uh huh. Good God, girl. Jeez. Here's to the unknown. Here's to change.
Unfortunately.
Good God, you guys. All right, look, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. But thank y'all for hanging out with me. Like, I really do enjoy this. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, 4 p.m. Central. I shouldn't have Sissy tomorrow, so I may try to do 2 live streams. I'm going to try to get back at doing that 2 a day. But yeah, y'all please go, support Crush. I know you will anyway. But it's I don't know. I mean, you do. You got to have a thick skin to be on YouTube. It's just a shame that some people throw their expectations onto others. But anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you to my new subscribers, and you already know I love my old ones. But I'll